a young boy raised in the rural heart of Jamaica, surrounded by nothing but the quiet of the countryside and the simplicity of life. But within him, there's a fire, a passion for music so intense that it would one day change the world. That boy is Jimmy Cliff, and his journey is anything but ordinary. It's the kind of story that feels like it could be plucked straight out of a movie, one of hardship, triumph, and legacy. How does a boy born in a small Jamaican village rise to become one of the most iconic figures in the history of reggae music? How does someone go from the unknown to standing on stages worldwide, changing the cultural landscape forever? This is the story of Jimmy Cliff, a man whose music became a global anthem for freedom, resistance, and hope. Born on July 30, 1944, as James Chambers in St. James, Jamaica, Jimmy's beginnings were far from glamorous. Raised in a small rural community, Jimmy's early life was shaped by the simplicity of rural living. But from a very young age, he had something that set him apart, an undeniable love for music. As a child, he would listen to local sound systems, the kind that would play reggae, ska, and rocksteady tunes. And it was through these early influences that Jimmy began to write his own songs. By the time he was in primary school, music was no longer just a hobby. It was his dream, his escape, and his destiny. When Jimmy was 14, his father moved him to Kingston, hoping that the city would offer his son more opportunities. It was in Kingston, amidst the hustle and bustle of Jamaica's capital, that Jimmy adopted the stage name Jimmy Cliff. But this wasn't the start of instant success. No, Jimmy had to fight for his place in the music scene. He knocked on every door, trying to get his songs recorded. He entered talent contests, hoping for a break. And then, one fateful night, while walking past a record store and restaurant, Jimmy pushed his way in and convinced Leslie Kong, one of Jamaica's most respected producers, to listen to him. That moment was pivotal. Jimmy's career officially began when his song Hurricane Hattie became a hit at just 17 years old, and from there was no looking back. Success came slowly, but steadily. In 1964, Jimmy was chosen as one of Jamaica's representatives at the World's Fair in New York, a moment that marked the beginning of his international journey. But it wasn't until he signed with Island Records that his career truly took off. Island, initially trying to sell his music to rock audiences, quickly realized they were dealing with a once-in-a-generation talent. His debut album, Hard Road to Travel, 1966, earned rave reviews, with its hit song Waterfall becoming a sensation in Brazil. The song was more than just a hit, it was a symbol of his growing global presence. As the years went on, Jimmy's music evolved, reaching new heights. In 1969, he released Wonderful World, Beautiful People, and Vietnam in 1970. Both albums cemented his reputation as an international artist. Bob Dylan even called Vietnam the best protest song he'd ever heard. But it wasn't just about the music. In 1972, Jimmy starred in the landmark film The Harder They Come. The movie told the story of Ivan, a young man from the countryside trying to make it in the Kingston music scene, only to find himself caught in a life of crime. The movie's raw depiction of struggle, survival, and the pursuit of dreams resonated with millions. Its soundtrack became iconic, with songs like You Can Get It If You Really Want becoming global anthems. This was the moment when Jimmy Cliff became not just a musician, but a cultural force. Jimmy Cliff's involvement in The Harder They Come was nothing short of transformative. The film, while fictional, was a deeply personal portrayal of the challenges many Jamaican youths faced in the 1970s. It also introduced reggae to the world in a way that had never been done before. The film's success was fueled by the powerful soundtrack, and Jimmy's portrayal of Ivan made him an international icon. Through this film and its music, Jimmy Cliff became a voice for the oppressed, a symbol of resilience, and a representative of Jamaica's cultural renaissance. The film didn't just break box office records, it helped put reggae on the map globally, and Jimmy's place in music history was solidified. As the 1970s rolled on, Jimmy Cliff's music began to reflect not only his personal growth, but also the social issues of the time. He continued to push boundaries, blending reggae with soul, rocksteady, and other genres. Hits like The Harder They Come, Many Rivers to Cross, and You Can Get It If You Really Want became more than just songs, they became anthems of empowerment, resistance, and self-belief. Through his music, Jimmy Cliff wasn't just entertaining audiences, he was changing the world. His song Vietnam was a powerful protest against the war, resonating with listeners far beyond Jamaica. Cliff became a symbol of protest music, using his platform to call out injustice and inequality, while at the same time spreading a message of peace and unity. In the 1980s, Jimmy's collaborations with bands like Kool and the Gang pushed his music into new territories. The song Hakuna Matata from Disney's The Lion King in 1995 is one of his most beloved contributions, proving once again that his ability to connect with audiences across generations and cultures remained unmatched. Beyond the stage, Jimmy Cliff's life has been marked by personal transformation. Originally a member of the Rastafari movement, he later converted to Islam, taking the name Alhaj Naim Bachia. Despite these shifts in religious affiliation, Cliff has always maintained that his beliefs are rooted in a universal outlook on life, one that values human connection, freedom, and the pursuit of truth. He has a family. His daughter, Lilty Cliff, and son, Aiken Cliff, are part of his life's journey. He is also the proud father of actress and singer Nabia B. While Jimmy has been very private about his personal life, his commitment to his family and his faith has always been a guiding force. Jimmy Cliff's lifestyle mirrors his music, optimistic, reflective, and purpose-driven. He's not just a musician, he's a humanitarian, someone who uses his platform to raise awareness about critical global issues. His 2022 album Refugees is a powerful statement on the global refugee crisis. Cliff teamed up with the UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, to raise awareness and funds for displaced people around the world. His belief in the importance of freedom, whether it's freedom through music or freedom from oppression, has always been at the core of his identity. With a net worth estimated at $15 million, Jimmy Cliff has become a true legend in the music industry. But his wealth isn't just about money. It's about the countless lives he's touched, the music that continues to inspire, and the cultural impact he's had. Whether through his humanitarian work, his timeless music, or his commitment to social justice, Jimmy Cliff's legacy is one of extraordinary significance. Jimmy Cliff's life is a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of staying true to oneself, and the belief that one person can truly change the world. From his humble beginnings in Jamaica to his status as a global icon, Jimmy Cliff's journey is nothing short of legendary. His music continues to resonate with millions around the world, and his influence remains as strong as ever. If you've been inspired by Jimmy Cliff's incredible story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more stories of the legends who shaped our world.